Hey everyone, this is Jay, and today we're going to review the Razer Kishi. This is a mobile controller that attaches to your Android phone by USB-C port. Alright, so this is the packaging it comes in. You just remove the cover. There's the controller. By the way, on the top left here, this is the Google Pixel XL2, which we'll use as our phone. Once again, this is the Android version. There is an iOS and an Xbox version, but this will actually work for Xbox Game Pass as well. Let me take out the controller for now, set it aside, and let's see what's inside underneath here. So you have the manual on how to connect. I'll go over that in a sec, and a few Razer stickers. You have these. They're just instructions on how to collapse and expand. Remove that. There's one here. This is also a charging pass-through for your phone. It doesn't act as a data port or anything like, and it won't connect anything like headsets, but it's just for charging. And on the back there's another sticker that we have to remove, and it was telling us how to collapse and expand. So to expand, you just pull on these two latches. This band here will pop up, and you just pull these two apart. That's it. Alright, to connect your phone, it's very easy. You just take the phone, you have your USB-C slot or port, slide that in at the bottom, and then pull the bands apart, and there you go. One thing you'll quickly notice if you're an Xbox gamer is the face buttons here look exactly like the Xbox buttons. This will actually work for Game Pass, GeForce Now, emulators, and in regards to Xbox branding, there is a $99 version of this. This one is $80 or $79, and the $99 version has Xbox branding throughout the controller. So let's go ahead and check out the device real quick. The joysticks here, they feel nice. They feel just like the Xbox joysticks, similar to this one on the right. D-pad, very responsive. Face buttons. At first when I pressed this, it felt mushy, and then I grabbed a Xbox controller and it feels very similar actually. So essentially they mimicked the Xbox controller, and down to the joysticks, and it feels exactly just like that. The triggers on this do feel nice. There's travel to it. It's not as long as I would like it to be, but that's really done to keep it compact and in this form factor that it's in now. And just in comparison, this is the Xbox trigger. Alright, so now I'm going to compare it to the Dualshock 4, and you can see the difference in terms of the sizes. And like I said, this is really mirroring the Xbox, and you can also listen to the tactile feedback of this face button. So this feels clicky, whereas this feels a little mushy, but it doesn't bother me when I'm actually using this thing for gaming. Alright, so I'm going to compare the Kishi to another console, and this one is the Nintendo Switch. And in terms of size difference, the Switch is a bit shorter in terms of length. It's about 1 inch shorter. But the Kishi is narrower, whereas the Switch is wider. The Switch has a 6.2 inch screen, whereas that Android phone has a 6 inch screen, but can't really tell much difference because the Android phone doesn't have any bezels at all. Alright, so we've gone through all those comparisons. Let's actually use this damn device. Alright, going back to the Kishi app. This app will also tell you right here on the bottom right, Discovery, all of the games that are compatible with this controller. So these are the ones in the Google Play Store. So let's check out The Wolf Among Us. It'll load the page for it. Take a look at the supported games, because I noticed that Call of Duty Mobile and even PUBG are actually not compatible with this. So this is a known, I guess, limitation by Activision. And the controller will actually not even work on this. Alright, so let's go into what this device is, in my opinion, is really good for, and that is emulation. So as you know, emulation, it's all over Android. It's one of the best things you can do on there. Retro gaming. Also, just a heads up, I will be creating more retro gaming focused videos, and here's one of them, of course, Super Mario World. This setup is really good for this. You have the responsive controllers, plus the Google Pixel XL is, for the price, one of the best emulator phones that you can get. Just make sure that you pick up the 128 gig version, because this thing doesn't have an SD card slot. So you can do the D-pad way, or you can even use the joystick. I'm playing this at a weird angle, so please excuse the if I'm hitting this joystick, it's because of my angle. It's actually not the right way to play this. I'm trying to make sure that I don't get any glare for the camera. Alright, so let's move on to another game. Yoshi! Alright, so this is Final Fantasy VII, actually Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII, and this is running on the PSP Emulator, and joystick works really well, shoulder buttons work, and let's go into combat real quick. Going back to what I was saying about the Google Pixel 2 XL, like I said, really nice for emulation. Also, it has front-facing speakers, so the audio sounds really nice on this too. Plus, the processor on this is quick enough so that it can run all these games, all these emulators. You have the Adreno 530 as your graphics processor on here. And you can also update this to Android 11. Android 10 is what's required to connect all these game controllers. Alright, on to the next game. Alright, so I'm running Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes, which is a GameCube remake of the Metal Gear Solid PlayStation 1 game. And right now this is running on the Dolphin emulator. And as you can see, you can even have it force it into a 16:9 aspect ratio. It comes out really well. And going back to recommending the Pixel 2 XL, getting about 25 frames per second. This is set to this is set to widescreen 720p. So that's pretty decent because GameCube emulation is pretty hard to do. Alright, so as you can see, this controller and this phone combination is really good. I'm gonna end the video by being caught, and I'm just gonna let them do that to me. That way we can end the video with a classic line. I'll be doing more videos on retro gaming, so please subscribe. Any questions, leave a message. And thanks for watching the video. See ya.